Hooray, everyone. Rejoice. It is time for what, in my opinion, is pretty much one of the worst things in the Disney Sorcerer Arena. If you feel free to disagree with me, um, I just remember listening to the stream where they were talking to Cozy. This was summer of 21. This was before they put Frank Wolf in the game, where they were talking about, hey, we have Maui. It would be nice to have another version of the Rock in the game. And then there was sort of the hint that Frank and Lily were coming to the game at least, and they did. But this is where they talked about. This is where they originally talked about Summoner Showdown coming to the game. And I've never really liked Summoner Showdown because there's no diversity, right? It's like in regular PvP, you have people, and when the game first started, you have people that played Kingdom, and you had everybody else. And then once Frozen came to the game, you had the people that played Frozen, and then Kingdom, and everything else. And then Big Hero 6 came along, and on and on and on. And now we have the thing where it's Legos, where it's basically Legos is what everybody wants to play, and the people that want to play Princess, like myself, people want to call them domineering or whatever, which is just hilarious when you've got Hercules on your team, who, a girl hits him, and he literally counters attack because that's part of his kit, and yet you want to call somebody you want to call princesses domineering, I'm like, that's one of my big problems with Legos. Is like you have Herc, who is, I get it, he's a great character, but now it's just, now he's gotten even better because Zeus, and you've got Kidda, who throws shields all over the place, and it's just out of hand. And now with the Huntsman's kit, where he's deliberately targeting princesses, it's just, I mean, I'm not a person that ever gets on Discord. I never put a message anywhere. I just play the game. I just play the game. That's it. But this is basically, Summoner Showdown is basically whoever has the most energy, whoever can create the best super team wins. It's basically like playing arena without all the arena, because in this you have a set of characters that you can get. Now, as you can see, I have 3 that are ready to go. Sort of. And then I have a number of characters out here that I just haven't activated. Why? Because they're all at level 1, and I can either choose to open these, which I will probably do for this video, to be able to showcase this. But generally speaking, it's frowned upon in most games, to bloat your roster by using gear and using resources that aren't necessarily beneficial to you. Now, I will say, this might be a little bit beneficial to me. Why? Because I have almost 90,000 energy up here. I don't know if you can see it, but I do have 90,000 energy up here. And the max is 10,000, so I'm roughly 9 times that. And honestly, I have the pieces here to put together the super team. And the super team, as I've experienced it so far, generally speaking, is Frank Wolf, Lily Houghton, Milo, Queen of Hearts, and Remy and Luigi. And then you like Chopper, and because I've played this on my But I did play with where I was trying to run Romeo and Luigi, and then just some random parts, and of course people just play the super team because that's what it is. They always and you know I did the thing where I filled out the survey for the Summoner Showdown live on a video, and I'll try to find that. Maybe I'll put it on the end of this video. But generally speaking, I filled it out. The only one of these I remember putting in was Romeo and Luigi. I don't remember Frank Wolf. I don't remember Milo. Because what do you have? What do you have? You have leadership, leadership, leadership. You have tenacity leadership here. You have a mythical health leadership here, but that's it. And I do remember voting for the Marcher. I voted for Marcher and Mad Hatter in that video, and that would be fine if Marcher and Mad Hatter win. Then Milo's leadership might be useful. But the problem is you don't have enough mythicals to make that work. Well, you do. I mean, you have Queen of Hearts, but you need a little bit more girth. But here you have adventure. You have an adventure lead. You have his partner in crime. You have an adventurer who has a massive hit, and you have Gadget who's ancillary but is also a adventure. Then you have a tech interstellar character. That's it. Then you have a wilds that nobody cares about in Hopper. You have a Beauty and the Beast kingdom piece that nobody cares about in Cogsworth. You have Scrooge, who, if this were kind of a little bit more wide open, you could probably get some use out of, because he's a really good tune. It's just you never get to use him because that's the way this game is right now. Scar was better when the game was younger. Now he's not so great. So, he's better than Topper, but who isn't at this point? Theo Pacha, who's a WoW, who's probably better than both of these combined, honestly. And then Queen of Hearts and Shank, who was at one point thought of as one of the worst characters in the game, and is now thought of as not quite so bad, I guess. And then you have Jessie, who's pretty garbage tier in herself for a Toy Story tune to be in this event. And then you have the the March Hare, who, without the Mad Hatter, why would you use him? Other than his vulnerable and the fact that he can put out blinds and maybe heal a little, like very little at all. So overall, this is not a great lineup for Summoner Showdown, but I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna pause the video. We're gonna go level up some characters, and I'll be back in a second. All right, so we're back, and as you can see, I've went ahead and brought Frank, Ribbon Luigi, Queen of Hearts, and Lily up to 35, Gear 3, with Speedstones, and that's really all you're gonna need. Now another thing you need to think about is your spells. Obviously, I think I'm probably gonna go with the good old standby of Duke, Kaboom, and Fairy Slumber, and we're gonna go and just see how it works. I would not be surprised if I actually ended up losing, now that I've said all this good stuff about this, but it is what it is, right? And you gotta take everything. You just gotta take risk, and And as we get in here, we might see that my alignment needs a little bit of work. But just know that if you are free to play, this this is gonna be somebody from my other guild, which is Oh, they went with the. See, this person went with the with what I thought was going to be good leadership, and this might change what I just said to you about what I assume to be a good thing because they're just getting a lot of mileage out of Milo's leadership now. But we're going to go ahead and swing. We're going to go and do the vine swing with Frank and Lily here, just to get some debuffs out. We're going to go ahead and heal Milo to set him up for the big hit, which is going to come next turn. Now we have the opportunity. We can either use the backside of water, which would land slow, 50% chance to, and per person, but it went ahead and did it for myself because I took too long deciding. Which is, I guess, the way these things go. A little bit. Hurry up. Come on. How are you going again? You just went. There's no way you still have turn meter. What is going on here? I really do not understand what just happened there. We're gonna go ahead and get. We're gonna go ahead and go before we get skipped again because apparently the thing in here just wants to go, and we're gonna go ahead and land a big hit with what we wanted to do there with Milo. We're gonna go ahead and steal some buffs here with off of Frank. We should have probably took him off Uncle Scrooge. Actually, I think we're in good shape. We're just. I mean, you can just see what this team does. Go. You can just see what this team does. We're gonna put Lily to sleep. You can go up to Frank. And we're getting passes going off. We're now gonna throw this out there because if we don't, we're gonna end up taking too long. I really don't know what these. We're not too worried about tenacity, game tactics. Let's throw it on Milo because why not? And this is just what this team does. This is why this team works. It just does, and it's just really effective. And it's like, there's not a lot of maintenance you do, and they did take out my Queen of Hearts, which was a little surprising. But then again, that's why they went with the Milo leadership there. So they had the when you run the Milo leadership, you're gonna get. And we can just talk about this real quick because it's not gonna hurt. The Milo leadership it lets you. It pretty much guarantees you're gonna go first. In Club Expedition, all teammates gain 50% offense. Kita and adventurers gain offense, but in this it just gives you speed, especially if you have it leveled up, which of course the person, because they were in my guild, of course they did, but generally speaking, you get to go first, and you can see I don't have any runes into these abilities, aside from the people that I actually use, who did I actually use on here? I don't know. I don't think I used anybody on here. Take a look at Frank, so you can take a look at his abilities, where his abilities are, so you get some idea. Yeah, they're all level 1. I haven't upgraded them all at all. I haven't upgraded any of these. Literally, all I did was gear them up, take them up to level 35, put some speed stones on them, gear them to level 3 or 4, and that's what it is. And this is just what it is. Now I might have a little problem with this person because they have more stones, better stones, and they have they have 1 defense, but Clogsworth is a tank, so it kind of makes sense. But we could theoretically be struggling with this. It just depends on who Shank gives the speed up this haste to, which I know who I would give it to, but she decided to run over me instead, and now we're going to get a Wally go. What's Wally going to do? Come on. Now, one thing you're going to have to see is we're going to be in trouble here because we do have, we got to figure out if we want to do this or we want to go with the, I think we'll bring out the soldiers and we're going to go straight for the leadership. Because if not, we would have been in the world of hurt. Now we'll go backside of water. And didn't really affect Scrooge, and fixed Scrooge stole all our buffs, which means now we have to go after Scrooge. Don't really need to heal, don't really need tenacity up, so we'll just use the basic on him. Now we'll steal some of those buffs that Scrooge has on him, we'll purge them, bring them back to us. Then we'll just use the wrench and use the basic and go after Scrooge. And as you can see, we're off and now we're cooking with gas, as they say. One thing you don't want to do, probably don't want to run Frank without Lily, or vice versa. But you know, if you need to, that's just how it goes sometimes. But this is nothing special. I just happen to have, you know, it did cost me probably more than I wanted to pay in terms of being able to gear these characters up, but this should finish it off. Yep, it did. And this is just how this team runs. It's just, you know, this is why I don't understand. I mean, is this? I mean, I get that the rewards are fun. You know, there's a leaderboard in here which will, if I can find out where it is, it's right here. You can see where we are. We're already in 8th place. We've done literally nothing. We've got more than enough in terms of energy that we should easily get on top. And if you do get on top, you get some nice rewards. You know, if you come in first in this bracket, you get 1,000 coins. You get 1.5 million gold, which will help offset the amount of money I spent to get this team set up. You get 65 gammas. You get 150 betas. You get 200 alphas, which I haven't used any of those, but I did use a little bit of money. So we're definitely going to be aiming, and you know, keep in mind, you know how big this bracket is. We've won 2 matches, and that's it. And we're in line to get 200, 300, and you know, other stuff. But we got plenty of juice to go, and you know, eventually when we do get to level, because you can only do 20 battles with each team. And so at some point we will run out of gas. It's just, do we run out of gas before then? This is an interesting team because they went with a slower. They went with Hellstones on Frank and Milo. I don't really think that's going to be an issue. The fact that Jesse's on this team is interesting. The fact that didn't they go with? Now they have Frank's leadership, so it has the Frank's leadership. But I'm just wondering how they're going before me. That's all. Oh, it's RNG. I just got RNG. That's all that happened there. So we'll just cleanse this, and then Milo's going to go first. So we have a chance to lose this. I'm going to be honest, because we have basically a shadow matchup, but RNG just dictated that they go first, which is just garbage. And I'm going to go ahead and heal myself. Now we get to Frank and Lily. Let's go ahead and do this. Not going to get to backside water yet. Gotta watch Milo. Who do we go after? Let's go after... let's scare Milo. How about that? Now we'll backside of water instead of the vine swing. So that's what I decided to do instead of this. So now we're going to put the vulnerable right here in the middle where it hits a couple people. Now we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and sleep Milo actually. Put Milo to sleep. Let's bring out the heavy hitters. Do we go after Milo? Do we go after Frank? Let's go after Frank. And see, I think that I've what does the basic do? Guarantees this filling. I don't know where I don't know where Luigi is or Remy is attached right now. So there's that. Now we can vine swing. Now we're vine swing. Now we will... Oh, come on. Proxima. Gotta wait for Proxima. Gosh. And of course, this guy's literally going to take forever. Because apparently he's never played this game in his life. Let's go Milo, because it's not gonna pay to go after Frank, so we'll just do this. With coconut crack Milo in the face. We'll just do this now, which should clean up a lot of our mess. Did not hit hard enough. Vulnerable again. Blind. Blind. I mean sleep. Steal Frank's goodies. Coconut crack on Frank's face. Yell, because why not? And winner spaghetti dinner. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. We had, you know, it was a little touchy there because they did get RNG, but they made a mistake and they didn't backside of water when they should have, and they should have backside of water instead of back-to-back vine swinged. But now this is Alley Cats. This is not a guild that is to be taken lightly. They know what they're doing, which is why everybody on their team has speed zones. And this is very curious because they have a leadership here. They're using the Remy and Luigi leadership, which I was like, I should think about. Really gonna have to think about. Now, then we have the question: do we? Now, I don't know how their Milo got the lead, got to take a turn there, but obviously he did. Now we're gonna backside of water because that's the move here, of course. How their Scrooge got turn meter out of that backside of water, I don't know. This is something that I'm struggling with because I don't think that, because did Scrooge have evasion on that? And why is Scrooge? I don't understand how this is happening. Because I know how these people's kits work, and this is not how these people's kits work, and it's bothering me that this is happening. Let's put Milo to sleep. Let's use Proxima on him to get so that we don't have to deal with the buffs. Let's turn meters down on the back row so we don't have to worry about that. Try to get Scrooge out. Scrooge is gone. I think we're in good shape. Still need to look for Milo. We're going to purge some of Milo's usefulness. Let's he's got 3 vulnerable, so we're going to hit Milo in the face one time. Call the cards. Cards on Milo. Milo's gone. Then we'll go with the Queen of Hearts because she's got a vulnerable on her. Now we're in good shape, and this should end it. It does. So that was Alley Cats. So they were trying some stuff, and to be honest, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to be in the world hurt, of course. But of course, I'm just running this. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not really, because I've used once I've used Milo a lot. I have this Commanders, same setup ish. Another really good guild. Basically a shadow matchup. They do have Gadget, which adds a layer of to this. So we could really be in trouble because they do have Gadget, which as I said before, is another adventure. And I think that's what we're seeing manifest itself right here before our eyes. So obviously heals on us before they get to go. They decided to put the heals on Frank. Who do we go after? She can give. Let's go after Gadget. Yeah, let's go after Gadget, I guess. I think that's probably a pretty good play. And we got lucky. Now we backside of water, which brings Proxima out, which just irks the crap out of me, as you can imagine. And we're almost through Milo. Let's go ahead and put the vulnerable right here on Milo. Hopefully it'll knock him out. Doesn't quite. Let's go ahead and sleep. Go ahead and sleep Lily because she's got turn meter. Let's go ahead and let's go after Frank. Not quite. Let's go ahead and do we purge or let's swing from the hips. Let's swing for the fences with Frank and Milo. We're in good shape, guys. We're in good shape. Thought we were gonna have trouble. We're in really good shape, guys. We haven't even got to the hit. Then we hit with this. We haven't even got to the cards yet. Go and purge, of course. And we'll swing from the hips. Swing for the fences with the cards, and this should be, and it is G&G. So I mean, it's just put together the team, have your, and keep in mind, this is, if you're wondering which account this is not the big account. This is Mad Hatted. This is the 22-month free-to-play account, guys. And we're going up against Kumandra. We're going up against Alley Cats. We're gonna get and you just see what we're doing, and you see what the strategy is. The strategy is literally nothing, and you just keep running it back, and you wait, and you just know your strategy. You know what you're doing. You know what they're gonna do. You know that the fact that they have Shank on this thing is a little scary, but as of yet, I've not seen them use the right opening move with Shank. But that's their prerogative, and they can do that. And apparently, we're on auto here, so okay. Can I go now? Thanks. Now there, Milo is gonna go. They put the thing on the wrong person. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Milo in the face, because why not? Now the Frank's gonna go. Of course, he's not gonna backside of water. Let's swing. See if we can get Milo out. Should get. Oh, it didn't quite get Milo out. Ah! Little. Ooh, they're on. Are they on auto or something now? They might be on auto, which is whatever. It can be on auto. You can be on auto. I'm gonna put Shank to sleep, because why not? I'll backside of water, because that's what we do. Then we'll steal some buffs from. Steal them from Shank. Big hit. Clean up the mess. Vulnerable out again with Duke. Don't even really need to use the sleep. Go after Frank with Proxima. Now it's their Proxima turn. Then it's my Milo again. We lost what's her name? We lost whoever was over there. I can't even remember. Now we will let's coconut crack Frank. Should not have done that, actually, because he still has undefeatables on him. So that was a bad move on my part. Yeah, we're lucky we didn't pay more than we are right now to bring the cards out. Yeah, those undefeatables are a little. They can be a little maddening to deal with, and this is the one thing, because we misplayed slightly. This could end up costing us big time, because fortunately we made it through Frank, and as soon as we make it through Lily, we'll be in good shape. We just got to make it through Lily first, and it's going to be a little, if this person was actually playing, this would be a little bit more scary, but the fact that they're not makes it at least a little bit more manageable. But yeah, minor misplay there on my part, but we cleaned it up nicely. And just in the case you've never done this before, just so you can go through and see your rewards, you actually, you get not an insignificant amount of energy here. You get coins, and as you get further along, you get more runes, you get more money, you get more money, you get more runes, you get more runes. Then of course you really want it. Hopefully you'll end up at 170, where you start getting gammas, and if you do make it all the way to 183.5, of course you're in really good shape. But as long as you have the energy, you can just keep refreshing. You can just keep running back with this team, and there's no reason to change, because you can run 20 runs with this one team. And this is kind of the thing about this. You can see here, really good runes. I'm a little scared with Scrooge. I'm a little scared with Gadget, but it is what it is. But they are using Milo's leadership, which enabled them to take out the Queen of Hearts. So little, I don't quite understand why they're being able to go first, but they are, and it's like little scary. Gotta admit, little scary, guys. And the fact that they just keep taking turns, it's really, you have to be careful here. Now the fact that they did us a favor by putting Frank in the middle, that's just, what are you doing? What are you thinking by putting Frank here in the middle? Because that's just major red flag, guys. Major red flag. Proxima, why didn't Lily had evasion? Put me to what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you sure you know how to play this game? Let's Proxima first. Now vulnerable. So this is how quickly the tide can turn if you're not playing right, if you miss position, if you do stuff wrong. I mean, it's brutal, but okay. And of course, it does hurt me that they ended up taking up my Queen of Hearts. So there's at least a little value in using Milo's leadership, but it's not anything you want to write home about. But anyways, it's been over 30 minutes, 32 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. I'm gonna keep climbing as I get to the end. Maybe I'll do another video, but thanks for watching. Appreciate it. We'll be back later. Have a good one. Bye.